Good morning. In my first video, I discussed truth because no matter what I say or try to point out, if truth is not what you're looking for, then it doesn't matter what I say and it's a waste of time. And I pointed out in my first video that truth to the mind is what food is to the body. And I also use mathematics as an example of what I'm talking about, which is to say, that truth to the mind is like food to the body if one's goal is spiritual evolution. A great example of truth and the nature of God is mathematics. 1 plus 1 plus 1 will always equal 2, no matter the language, no matter what your ethnicity is. It does not change. Truth can be built upon like math. For example, from knowledge of addition comes subtraction. From a knowledge of addition and subtraction comes multiplication and division, and so on. So how is math like the nature of God? Math is a concept that can only be understood with the mind. We contemplated the distance to the moon mathematically before we went there, based on truth in mathematics. God is also a concept, and the more you understand the concept, the more you transcend time and space and become immortal. Truth is immortal. It doesn't change. Truth to the mind is like food to the body that seeks immortality. I will go on further to say, religions are supposed to be like numbers, like math, the same principles spoken in different languages. No matter what the religion is, the truth should be the same. In all religions, 1 and 1 should equal 2, and 2 and 2 should equal 4. I like to use this phrase. If you believe Columbus discovered America, turn off the video because you're wasting your time. This is not about what you want to hear. This is about truth. Now, what I want to discuss today, and this is going to turn a lot of fake people off. A lot of fake Christians, this is going to turn them off because this isn't what they want to hear. Now, the Bible gives a description of Jesus in Revelations 1, verse 13. That would be verses 13 through verse 15. And it reads like this. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to his foot, and girt about the paps with a golden circle. His head and his hair were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. Now, what does that mean? It obviously means that his feet were like burnt bronze. It means that he was black, and there's no doubt about that. Now, if this upsets you, and this is not what you want to hear, then turn the video off. Because the Bible is very clear. And I would also like to add that if you search your computer in Google and you look up the Pope praying to a priest, praying to the baby Madonna and Jesus, you will find that the Pope is praying to a black Madonna and Jesus. Now, the Pope is praying to a black Madonna and Jesus, and I will leave you a link below because I believe in proof and verification. And although I'm new to this YouTube, I'm new to it, but I'm true to it. I'm new to it, but I'm true to it. You're not going to see you're not going to see a fancy background. You're not going to hear a lot of pretty music. I'm just going to be spitting facts. That's what I do. There are a lot of priests and so-called people of the Bible that are going to give you a lot of reasons as to why the Pope is praying to a black Jesus and a black Madonna. They're totally nonsensical. And I will say this, and I like this phrase: if you believe Columbus discovered America, turn off the video and think what you like. Another point I like to bring up is in Matthew 19, verse 24. I'm going to start with verse 23. And it reads, Then Jesus said unto his disciples, Verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. That a rich man will hardly enter into the king of heaven. It goes on to say in 24, And again I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of God. Now I want to point this out to you, because if you keyword this phrase, they will show you a picture of a barn door and call this picture of a barn door a keyhole. I'm not making this up. They will show you a picture of a barn door and tell you it's a keyhole. They would give you all kind of reasons as to why the Pope is praying to a black Madonna and a black baby Jesus. But as I explained to you earlier, beginning of this post, the truth adds up. The truth is mathematical. It adds up. Lies and deception cannot destroy the truth, because the truth fits like a puzzle. The truth doesn't need mortar or cement to stick the bricks of truth together. The truth fits like a mortar. And when the truth fits, I always do this, the truth fits like a puzzle. Over time, the mortar that they try to stick in between the truth, the bricks of truth, it's gonna go away. But the truth will still be standing, and it can be built upon itself. I have one more, stop, let me stop. Excuse me. I want to make one more point of truth. And I ask you to go to chapter 2 in Revelations, verses 8 through 10. And unto the angel of the church in Smyrna write, These things saith the first and the last, which was the dead and is alive. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, and you may be tried, and you shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, I will give thee a crown of life. Now, what this distinctly says is If you believe in the Bible, if you believe in Revelations, it clearly states, know the blasphemy of the rich. Know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Now, we want to talk about who are the true Jews, who are the Hebrew Israelites, the brother of Moses, Aaron, and Aaron's ancestors are the Hebrew Israelites. Well, okay, so let's look at Deuteronomy 28, and let's see what a couple of verses have to say, starting with starting with 28. Seems like a good place. The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. 30. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her, and thou shalt build a house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shall not gather the grapes, thereof. Let's go to 33. The fruit of thy land and all thy labor shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed away. 33. Let's go to 39. Thou shalt plant vineyards and dress them, but shall neither drink of the wine nor gather the grapes, for the worms shall eat them. 41. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. And 49 I really like. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from afar, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle. What country is representative of the eagle? What country has an eagle on its money? A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. And one thing I don't understand is the hatred that people have against the people that built this nation. We built the White House. We built the Capitol building. We invented the internet, the cell phone, the cotton gin, the stoplight. Our contributions to science is unnumbered. We've given this country its soul, because its soul is what? It's our music, it's our dance. We've given this country everything, and we've received nothing in return but hatred. Then they made the movie Birth of a Nation and spread it, the first movie ever made, and spreaded that hatred all over the world against us. I want to throw something else at you. We built the pyramids and the temples in Egypt. And on those pyramids and temples was a writing. And a lot of people try to give credit to that writing to Socrates. When Alexander the Great conquered Egypt, the library, he changed the library to the Library of Alexandria. Now, why would a library in Egypt be named after Greeks? See, the truth builds up. But on those pyramids and on those temple walls were the words, "Know thyself." We are Hebrew Israelites. We're not African Americans. We are Hebrew Israelites. And like I told you, truth adds up like a stone. Well, truth doesn't add up like a stone. It is rock solid, but it adds up like a building or a pyramid. I'm also going to leave a link below, and it's a link to a church, one of the oldest churches, African American churches. Well, that's what we're called in America, but it's really Hebrew. It's really a Hebrew Israelite church, and on every bench there are Hebrew scriptures. So I'm going to leave you the link to that also. I'm going to leave you a couple links because you see, truth is not. You can't bury truth. You can't bury it. Truth is immortal. You can cover it up for a while, but eventually the truth is going to come to light. It always does. I've given you scriptures, and now I'm going to leave you some links to look at. And like I said before, I'm not trying. This is not about being cute, trying to get everybody to look at this. This is for those who are chosen. And we are chosen by our character. Our character is how we are chosen. Have a great day, and see ya.